48% of Americans say they're more financially stressed entering 2026 than they were last year. And the surprising part? That stress doesn't just affect your wallet, it rewires your brain. There's a scientific reason your brain struggles to think clearly under financial pressure. And once you understand it, everything changes. This could be one of the most eye-opening finance videos you'll watch this year. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We break down the real psychology of money every week. Section 1. The number that should grab your attention. A study from Allianz Life found that 48% of Americans are more financially stressed entering 2026 than the year before. Not the same, more. An Intuit Financial Wellness survey found that 61% of Americans say money is their single biggest life stressor, bigger than health, bigger than relationships, bigger than work. But here's what often gets overlooked. That stress doesn't just make you feel bad, it measurably reduces your ability to think clearly. Documented drops in cognitive performance, real IQ points lost. And once you see how, the word irresponsible takes on a whole new meaning. Section 2. The bandwidth problem. Think of your brain like a laptop with limited RAM. When your finances are stable, money runs quietly in the background. Like antivirus software, you barely notice. But the moment financial pressure hits, that program explodes into the foreground and consumes everything. Your creativity, your patience, your long-term thinking, all throttled. Researchers at Harvard and Princeton tested this. They pulled shoppers from different income levels, ran cognitive tests, reasoning, pattern recognition, raw mental processing, but first asked them to imagine an unexpected car repair bill. Half imagined $150, half imagined $1,500. For higher income participants, no difference either way. But for lower income participants, the $1,500 group scored the equivalent of 13 IQ points lower. 13 points. That's the gap between being fully rested and pulling an all-nighter from just thinking about a financial problem. Section 3. The tunnel. Financial scarcity narrows your vision down to one thing. Whatever crisis is right in front of you. The bill due Friday, the overdraft you're scrambling to avoid, the check you're waiting on, everything outside that tunnel, retirement savings, a career move, a health screening goes completely dark. Not because you don't care, because your brain has redirected its resources toward immediate survival. There's nothing left for anything else. Here's how it plays out in real life. Say your name is Jordan. Jordan earns $42,000 a year at a distribution company. His employer offers a 401k match, 50 cents on every dollar up to 5% of his salary. That's $1,050 in free money per year. Over 30 years, that match alone could grow past $100,000. But Jordan's got a $180 utility bill past due and a $300 insurance payment hitting in 10 days. His tunnel has closed completely around those two numbers, so he misses the 401k enrollment window. Not because he's bad with money, because his brain hit its limit, and there was nothing left to process something 30 years away. That's not a character flaw, it's a brain trap. Section 4. The cycle that keeps spinning. A 2025 Talker Research survey found that 70% of Americans are dealing with financial anxiety at levels they've never experienced, and 76% say they feel completely alone in it. That anxiety isn't just emotional, it's cognitive. It quietly degrades the quality of every single decision. What to buy, whether to call the doctor, whether to even apply for a better job. People who look stuck, they're not giving up, they're tunneled. If this is resonating with you, tap like. It helps more people discover practical finance content when they need it most. Section 5. What this actually costs you. The bandwidth tax has a real dollar value. Let's look at it. Health. Delayed care is almost always more expensive care. A basic filling runs $150 to $300. Wait too long? Root canal, $700 to $1,500, plus a crown at $800 to $1,800. Miss a pre-diabetes screening at $40? Managing type 2 diabetes with medication can run $200 to $500 a month, every month, for life. Your tunneled brain couldn't see past today's copay. Your car, that noise you turned the radio up to cover? AAA estimates Americans lose around $1,200 a year to preventable repairs. Small problems ignored until they became catastrophic. The $250 fix you couldn't afford became a $2,500 engine repair 6 months later. Your career. Research from the Brookings Institution shows workers who invest in skill building earn roughly 10 to 15% more over a decade. On a $42,000 salary, that's $4,200 to $6,300 a year in income you're not capturing, not because you lack ability, but because survival mode left no room for growth. Section 6. 3 ways to buy your brain back. Strategy 1. Build a micro buffer. This isn't about saving $10,000. It's about one number. Get $300 sitting in your account that you don't touch. That single cushion shifts you from making daily emergency decisions to making monthly ones. That shift alone frees up serious mental space. When a windfall hits, tax refund, bonus, anything, capture half before your tunnel redirects it. Park it. That's bandwidth in the bank. Strategy 2. Collapse your decisions. Every financial decision you have to actively make is a tax on your brain. So make fewer of them. Automate bill payments. Set a recurring $25 savings transfer on payday. Create a simple rule. Nothing over $75 without a 24-hour wait. Each one removes a recurring weight. Small individually, massive together. Strategy 3. Make the future feel real. Your brain treats future you like a stranger. You can't plan for a stranger, so bring that stranger into the present. Instead of, I should save for retirement, try, if I don't start now, 65-year-old me works 20 extra hours a week just to survive. That's not abstract anymore. That's a present problem. And your brain knows how to handle those. Pick one of these. Start this week. Section 7. The stress audit. Every time your brain goes to money, you check your balance without a reason. You do grocery math in your head, you wake up at 2 a.m. thinking about a bill, make a mark. At the end of the day, count them. Most people in financial stress land between 40 and 80 marks. That's 40 to 80 mental interruptions daily, each one pulling focus away from everything else you're trying to do. Once you can see it, you can address it. Put future expenses on a calendar so they're not floating in your head. Set balance alerts instead of compulsively checking. Give your brain a system so it stops recalculating nonstop. The goal isn't zero stress. The goal is fewer active financial processes running in the background, so you have more left for everything that actually moves your life forward. Financial stress measurably drops your cognitive capacity. Not a feeling, a fact. Tunneling locks your brain onto today's crisis and blinds it to everything else. The cycle is self-reinforcing, but understanding it is how you interrupt it. A small buffer plus fewer decisions equals real bandwidth back. You're not behind because you're not trying hard enough. You've been operating in survival mode, with limited bandwidth left for the bigger picture. I'm curious to hear from you. What money worry takes up the most space in your head right now? Have you ever missed a real opportunity simply because survival came first? Drop your answers in the comments and subscribe for more educational content on personal finance. Thanks for watching.